Oh, good
Christmas.
day.
Christmas is here.
It's all around.
Us.
It's all around. It's
Christmas
everywhere.
is all around me.
Everywhere we turn, more Christmas time. That's all we see.
When the snowman brings the snow.
Snowman brings the snow.
Oh, when the snowman brings the snow.
Snowman brings the snow.
Oh, when the snowman brings the snow.
Are you looking forward to Christmas, Jake?
Oh, when the snowman brings the snow.
As he's kept in a perpetual cycle. This is it for the rest of the time.
When the snowman brings the snow.
This is what Shakin' Stevens is like now if you meet him. Just
Shaky.
constantly.
Man, shaky. Shout out to a real one.
Welcome to Down with Boring, everyone. Another week.
I guess this week is Shakin' Stevens.
It certainly isn't. Absolutely keep that man away from this show. We have a line.
Right. Did you know that Shakin' Stevens' real name is just Michael Barrett? Where's Stevens coming from?
They call me Shaky and they call me Steven. Do they?
I don't know why.
Don't know why. Someone got his name wrong once in like a class register, and the result is here he is.
In the late 1960s, Stevens was associated with the Young Communist League.
Whoa.
Okay.
What songs did they do?
He was also a milkman.
Wow, fair enough. Being a milkman has that's a job that's gone, hasn't it, really, I think.
But sometimes when you see one, I think to myself, it must be annoying if you're like at a party or at the pub and someone's like, oh, what do you do? And you're like, oh, I'm a milkman. And they'd be like, why have you got a comedy job? I saw a van go past the other day when I was up in York, and on the side of the van, it was like a chimney sweeping company. And I was like, no way you can tell people you're a chimney sweep. Like, in 2021.
2021.
I was actually up a chimney recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just knocking about.
Well, the chimney was blocked in a house down the road from me, and as a good Samaritan,
How did you know about this? First of all,
no, you can just tell these things, can't you?
You walking down the street,
with a practice eye. With a practice eye, you can tell. So I saw it. So what I did was, no, you don't want to knock on the door. So obviously
I'm straight in the chimney.
Yeah. So I'm third floor, my flat. So I climbed up to my flat, and then there's a fire escape. Not fire. It's like access to the loft space. But the ladder stops halfway down to stop people jumping onto it. So I balanced a load of books on the floor.
Right.
Clambered through that into the roof space, drilled a small hole in the roof, eased myself out onto the roof, leapt the 6 to 7 foot gap to the terrace of houses.
Yes.
And then sort of scampered along like a magpie in a drainage gutter.
Did you watch the Beatles film by any chance and saw like, I wonder how they got up there?
I haven't actually, but
there you go. That's
I
a
did
similar
actually.
story.
Ringo was up there.
Of course, knocking about. He's got nothing else to do.
He said, "Peace and love.
Yes.
Are you here to unblock the chimney?" And I
Don't
said, yes,
send me any letters,
Ringo. I said, yes, Ringo, I am. And he said, "That's gear. That is."
Excuse me.
That's what they said. That's what they used to say. Where was I? God, really lost my thread here. Oh,
you're on
got
the
to
roof.
the chimney.
Yeah, chimney.
And then I unblocked it, and it was the mailbag. So I've got the mailbag now.
Great.
Yeah. Also, recording this in prison for breaking and entering.
Yeah, someone was like, "Excuse me, what the fuck are you doing?" And you're like, "Got the mailbag."
Turns out it wasn't blocked. It's just not a real chimney. It's one of those gas ones.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. People are blocking up chimneys now. That's kind of the thing, isn't it?
My flat's got like the fireplace with just like a piece of white plywood over where the fire used to be, and I'm like, in what world did that seem like an aesthetically pleasing thing to choose to do?
Who made this decision and why? It would be the
question. So we've still got like a
ask.
slab of like horrible like fake marble on the floor, and we've still got the mantelpiece, but instead of a nice like picturesque fire, even if it wasn't in use, you just got a piece of white plywood. Anyway, Elizabeth from County Durham says,
Yes,
"Hi,
Elizabeth.
Dork. What Christmas present would you recommend getting for the man who has everything?"
Who's he?
I don't know.
The man who has
George Clooney, maybe?
Do you know what? I think because this is a thing, people are like, oh, you know, as we
Sorry, I sneezed.
listen to
What?
that, everyone. What a
There you
wonderful.
go.
Bless
I'm
you, sir.
hoping, Patrick can get rid of that. I don't think it's necessary. If it's still in, then you know that like I am being bullied in the workplace.
For the this is it. It's hard this time of year because I found that like asking like when people are like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? I don't have a clear cut.
Who's asking you that?
Oh, are you not getting?
Jamie's life is so visibly chaotic that a couple of years ago, his mum just sent him a care package of like basic groceries.
It was brilliant. Thank you, Mum, if you're listening in.
Good one, but also like sad that she's looked at you and gone, that's what he'd appreciate most. She was bang on the money. She was bang on the money. Did appreciate it. It's an issue with you, not with her.
Yeah. I
Shout
did
out Mother Muir.
shout out indeed. It went down well. It's hard to say. I don't really know what I want for Christmas. So
maybe you're the man who has everything, or you're a man who has nothing and doesn't realise.
I think it's more the other way.
Have you ever seen the inside of a John Lewis, Jamie? Your mind would be blown.
Yeah, I ran around there once.
They got Hoovers that just do it for you now.
I wouldn't mind that
down.
actually. That's quite good. Quite good. Do you know what? You can get materialistic gifts galore. You can get the latest tech, but do you know what? Just a nice little appreciation of one another. That never gets old. So, what you should do if
Big
you don't know
smooch
what
on
to
the
get,
cheek.
just give people a hug. Give
Or a hand
people
job.
a high five. Oh, excuse me. Don't do that.
Depends on your relationship with the person, I suppose.
Let's pull that back from advice on air.
Let's not be poor choice of words there, Jamie.
Just tell people they're great. Give people a compliment. That's something that never gets
A
old.
compliment. Jamie, sometimes you don't smell that bad.
Oh, see,
You're welcome.
Christmas.
I don't get one back.
Jake,
Yes.
you have a voice like velvet.
Ooh. What, like nice one way, but horrible if you listen back the other?
Yeah.
It's sort of a bit out of fashion.
But classy.
Purple.
Classy. Purple. Yes, that's it. When I hear your voice, I think purple. That's it.
Purple rain. Deep purple.
Deep purple.
What's his name was purple? The weird blob from the McDonald's adverts.
Oh, it's not the Hamburglar.
No,
It's
no, it's the purple one.
Hold on. Don't worry.
Daffith.
I beg your pardon.
Daffith.
His name is what?
No, it isn't. I just made that up.
State some of these names.
We just want the one name, Jamie, and then we can move on.
All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to. Oh, Grimace.
Of course, Grimace. Yes, that's what you would name a beloved children's mascot. Next letter. Second
Yes.
letter. Last letter. Possibly the last one before Christmas. We'll see.
We'll see
Alan
what comes in. Yes.
From Exeter says, "Hi, Dork. Hi, Alan.
Alan.
What's your favourite type of dog?"
The smaller and the sillier, the better for me.
Okay.
I enjoy nonsense dogs. The ones that are just really small. It's quite
the ones
funny.
that, like, if someone had never encountered a dog or a wolf before and you put them side by side, they'd be like, "No, they're not the same
Yes.
vibe."
Yeah. You'd be like, what the hell is this? So I prefer that. So with that
Those
in
ones
mind,
with the dreadlocks, they're good.
Yeah.
I like them.
Pomeranians, big fan. I quite like a corgi. I think corgis
Corgis very
underrated.
good. Yeah.
Good dogs. Little French bulldogs.
Yeah.
Fan of that. Knocking about. They just get silly, and the way that they sneeze sometimes quite funny.
Like me.
Like you, it was actually similar. I thought, is that Jake or is it a French bulldog on the other line? I think those are probably my go-to. Smaller, sillier, the better. I'm not a fan of the huge dogs. They are great, but I could do without. What
does that
about you,
mean?
Jake? What do you mean?
Do without.
Well, it's not essential to my life.
You're
Whereas
talking
I feel
about
like
dog genocide.
I'm just saying, we do our different paths down the street.
See, I go the other way because, like, I want more dog for my money.
The bigger the better. Is that what you're trying to say?
Like, Great Danes, perfect. Newfoundlands, they're good, big furry lads.
Right. Yeah.
I like a German Shepherd. They're nice.
What are the ones that have the keg under their chin?
Oh, it's a Bernard. Great dog. Great dog.
Big feathers. Like
I also like a Doberman. They're nice. But
Cool.
I think the favorite dog, favorite type of dog, to answer the question, is of course Clifford, which I believe is a type of big red dog.
You can listen back to our chat with Charlie Steen from Shame. One of the first shows we did this year, where we do chat about Clifford the big red dog.
I say Clifford the big red dog, and he says, I don't know what that is.
And
I say, how do you not know what that is? And he says, well, what does he look like? Now, Charlie, if you're listening, he is once again big and red.
You must be excited about the. I think there's a Clifford Big Red Dog. Is it movie coming soon, or is it out now?
Yeah, but that's like saying to a Jewish person in like 20 AD that they must be excited for the New Testament that's coming out. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've got enough Testament already.
Just an added little treat for you there. So your favorite?
It's horrible.
Your favorite dog is a fictional dog. That's what you're trying to say now.
How could Clifford be fictional? There's a film and a TV show about him. Get a grip, Jamie.
It's not a documentary.
It's a documentary. Am I right?
There it is.
Great stuff. Don't think we'll top that. Let's move on.
If you've got any more letters, by the way, next week's show
send them in.
is going to be the last one of the year. So basically, send them in. This is it.
Please.
This is the warning. Send in your notes, letters,
We are also
questions.
due a Christmas card from the one and only Molly Coddled. So
We are.
if you're going to send a letter and make it a good one, because it's going to have to compete with something pretty special.
Yeah, if you just want to send in a Christmas card, actually,
That'd be nice.
we'll take that, because obviously, next week, next week we'll be reporting back from the Dorks Night Out Christmas party.
We will.
Which will be
So
going
send
down.
your Christmas cards to Colours Hoxton.
Yes. Send them in the day in between this going out on the Monday and the show.
Yeah,
First class.
please.
You've got literally. I mean,
Hand
actually, you've got no
deliver
time.
No, you've got no time at all.
It's gone. It's over. Also, whilst here, coming up this week, of course, we've got the big dork end of year pub quiz as well.
Yeah, come along. We'll be there. If it
yeah.
doesn't get cancelled by restrictions, we'll see.
We'll see.
But, come along. Tables are a tenner, up to 5 people. Only £2 each. There's going to be prizes to be won
Exactly.
of varying qualities.
Mostly the poor quality, but quality
terrible
nonetheless. Quality
We
nonetheless.
gave away most of the good stuff last time round.
Yeah,
but
we really did.
Tell you what, actually, the answer to one of the questions is Adele. So put that in your back pocket.
That's
Bring it
a little treat for you, for our listeners.
I'm not even sure if that's true.
Probably. Come down. See Bright Arms. All the details on the Dork website.
Shakin' Stevens will be doing a performance in the intermission.
Great. What song?
One of the deep cuts.
Yeah, I got. Moving swiftly on. Let's look at some music news, Jake. It's been a busy week for news. Feels like everyone's bundling it in before the end of the year. The panic is setting in.
Yeah,
and you can really feel it by the sound
I'm
of Jake
excited.
there. Let's start. Big festival news. Reading and Leeds have announced their a large chunk of their lineup for next year. There's 6 headliners. They're doing the double stages again, Jake. The double main
just
stages.
pick a headliner.
You don't want 6 headliners?
Well, the thing is, because it's like, okay, right, so like 2 stages, and it worked really well. I enjoyed that, but where does it stop?
What do you think we're going to get to? Like 12 headliners?
I think
15?
like
20?
So like Airbnb gives you stars out of 6. That's a dangerous precedent. And that's how we're getting here. In 10 years' time, everyone will be a headliner and they'll have to invent a new term for headliners.
So it'd be like they're the headliners, and then here are the super
There are 55
headliners.
headliners and 3 ultra headliners.
Ultra headliners.
Yeah,
the big
you know?
ones.
Yeah.
The big hits. It's a big
Still
old lineup.
good lineup,
though.
right?
Big old lineup. Yes.
Plus, they seem to have remembered that there are people in this world that aren't men this time. So
it's a great mix. It's a really good lineup. Of course, Arctic Monkeys returning. You got Dave, Megan Thee Stallion, Bring Me the Horizon.
youngest Reading headliner ever, Dave.
Wow.
Youngest solo headliner or youngest headliner, one of the two.
Wow, amazing stuff. Good to hear. Rage Against the Machine, Halsey, and then there's a bunch of other brilliant names that are playing as well. Glass Animals, Little Sims, Griff, friend of the show, Chloe Moriondo, other friends of the show, Circa Waves.
Plus, if Sports Team aren't there, I'll eat my shoes.
So coming up next August on the show, Jake will be eating his shoes.
I'll eat my shoes live at Reading. Reading, if you want to put me up on that main stage eating shoes, I'll do it.
Or in between Fontaine's DC and Wolf Alice.
Yeah.
You got Jake eating a shoe. Live.
Both shoes.
Both? Ooh.
Both shoes.
You sure you want to commit to
Yeah,
that,
my
mate?
shoes are made of Serrano ham, though.
Famously, it makes my life really uncomfortable when it rains.
But it's worth it for this.
It's worth it. Yeah, big lineup. Looking forward to Reading and Leeds next year, Jake. Had a lovely time. Had a lovely
Always
time.
a good time. Always a good time.
This year.
Great lineup. I did enjoy their social media retweeting someone saying that they finally got a decent gender balance, as if that was like a good thing.
Retweets. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, great. Everyone's happy with us. Well, I think they're more saying, how did it take this long? But okay.
We'll take it. We'll shake hands. We'll move on. Amazing lineup. Good stuff. Nice to see.
Nice
some
to
good
see
players
you.
knocking
To
about.
see you nice.
He won't be playing.
Well,
You never know.
it.
Hologram in between Glass Animals, Megan Thee Stallion. It's Forsyth. It's back.
Brucey. A Brucey
big one.
bonus.
It's
He's
going to be
eat
good.
his shoes.
It's going to be good. Looking forward to it. If you are a fan of Reading and Leeds and you don't want to go and buy a ticket, go and listen to the Down with Boring Reading special that we did this year. That gives you a
I thought you were
flavour.
going to say we had a way of them winning tickets for a second there. I was like, do we?
Do we
Yeah,
have
listen to
the
that Reading
tickets?
special.
Yeah,
It's
gets
a
a flavour.
Good time.
It's a flavour of the festival
I
vibe.
ruined my mind and my body for that. So
Yeah, so if you listen to that and you either come out of it wanting to go to Reading or literally never wanting to go. So
exactly.
up to you. Up to you.
Here's,
Dive on in.
here's Brian Storm by Arctic Monkeys.
Someone to kiss, someone to kick you. There's nothing that you couldn't slip through. Or at least that's the impression I get. Cause you're smooth and you're wet and she's not aware yet. But she's yours, she'll be saying use me. Show me the jacuzzi. I imagine that it's there on a plate. You're our rendezvous rate. Means that you'll never be frightened to make them wait for a while. I doubt it's your style not to get what you set out to acquire. The eyes are on fire. You are the unforecasted storm.
Good stuff. That'll be a big show. Fans have been asking for Arctic Monkeys to play Reading, I swear, longer
Since the
than
last time they played.
pretty much. It's been ages. So big stuff. Looking forward to it. Good lineup, wonderful names. Well done, Reading, and well done, Leeds, both respectively. Got some more news for you, Jake. You know I said there's a lot
It
going
doesn't
on.
stop, does it?
It really doesn't. Let's talk about another friend of the show, Holly
Okay.
Humberstone, who has won a bloody Brit Award.
She's Holly Wonderstone.
Yeah.
That's a noise I don't know if I wanted to hear.
Holly has won the Brit Awards Rising Star Award. Basically, every single year they give out this award. They announce it early doors, which is quite nice. They like
Because the star's rising.
exactly,
you know?
and they don't want to miss out on the rise. So yeah, won the award, Rising Star Award. Happy days, won a Brit. That's great. Big up Holly Humberstone.
Wish I'd won a Brit.
Oh mate, don't know what to say. I could get you one.
Oh, okay. How much is it going to cost me?
So that makes
Three Bitcoin
there's
on
real
the dark web.
There was real like Del Boy, feeling
go
to
on,
that.
make me a Brit.
Where like it's like, yeah, I'll get you that. No
I can
problem.
get you one of those. Give me a week.
It's amazing stuff, and of course, means that Holly's going to be performing at the ceremony itself.
Yeah,
So that's wonderful stuff.
That's true.
I'm a big fan. There's also kind of the shortlist included Bree Runway and Lola Young. They also have to select one each year. So, but yeah, wonderful stuff. Follows in the footsteps of previous winners, Georgia Smith.
Sorry, did you just say they have to select one each year as if people aren't aware how awards work? No, there was a list to choose from, but obviously they had to pick one of those. Thank you so much for your insight.
Anytime. One such previous winner is one Sam Fender.
Sammy Fen.
Big Sam Fens. Big old year for him. And so Holly didn't know, obviously, that she'd won the award until Sam Fender broke the news to her. And you can see there's a video online of it. Holly's
Do
first
they know each other? Or was it like a sort of GMTV vibe?
I think they must know each other a bit.
Like knocking on her door, like, hi, Sam Fender. I've brought you a Brit Award.
Hello, Holly.
Exactly.
They were in the studio recording because they've teamed up on a new version of Sam Fender's 17 Going Under, which we'll listen to in a bit.
What a version it is.
What a version it is. Holly's first reaction when being told that she won was to go, fuck off. So that's fair. That'd be my reaction.
Good thing he
That's
didn't.
my reaction. Yeah, good thing he didn't, and they finished the recording outside of it. But yeah, another great step for Holly Humberstone, Jake.
Another small step for Holly Humberstone and a
It's big stuff.
giant leap for mankind.
We knew that as soon as Holly came on the show at Reading, that it was going to be big time.
We knew she'd Holly Wonderstone at that point.
That's it. Good stuff. Let's have a listen to that exact new version of 17 Going Under.
Okay.
Recorded at the same time when Holly found out that she won the Brits Rising Star. So what a celebratory moment. So this is Sam Fender, Holly Humberstone, 17 Going Under.
Buried in the humour amongst the white noise and boys. Locker room talking lads, drenched in cheap drink and snipe facts. A mirrored picture of my old man. Oh, God, the kid's a dark pine. Curly China, but he looks sad. Oh, God, the kid looks so sad.
What a lovely
That was
version.
nice. Do you want me to talk about something a lot worse?
Yeah, let's change the mood from celebratory to
let's
whatever
do
the
it.
hell this is going to be. Yes.
You know what sucks?
What, Jake?
Christmas number ones as a concept. They always suck, don't they?
Right, yeah.
Apart from when Clean Bandit and Sean Paul accidentally got a Christmas number one with Rockabye. They suck.
Accidentally, just fell into it.
Yeah,
Just,
sort
oh,
of. It
shit.
seems a very odd one. Anyway, Lad Baby,
Yes.
the worst named
God.
thing that's ever occurred, are going to get another Christmas number one. They are planning on it by making a song with Elton John and Ed Sheeran. It was a spin on Elton John and Ed Sheeran's track, and for some reason Elton
What do
John
you
and Ed
mean?
Sheeran have looked at that and gone, I want to be involved.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, of course. So, yes, because Elton and Ed have
Edton.
their own Christmas song out.
They do.
So they're going to do... Hold on a second. I didn't know this. So they're going to do a new version of a new song that's come out.
I think they're doing the version of the song Lad
Right.
Baby are, but
Yes.
the campaign is being boosted by Ed and Elton's co-signing it.
Right. Okay. So they're on board. Jesus.
What
So
I
this
enjoy
is it. Hold on.
In an interview with NME, Elton John said in October,
Yeah.
when they asked whether he was going to get Christmas number one, he said, "We've got the sausage roll man to deal with, haven't we?"
Said with such contempt.
He then says, like, he seems to have the monopoly on Christmas records, and good for him, which really feels like he's sort of pulled it back when he's been like, "Oh, it's for charity." Oh, in that case,
well,
I guess.
yeah, fine.
No, fair play. It is for charity.
It is for charity.
Good
It's an
stuff,
amazing
food banks,
cause.
etc. But I still
Yes.
despise it.
yeah, it's for an amazing cause. So obviously, full respect to Lad Baby. But please,
All respect to Lad Baby,
can we?
whose 2020 song "Don't Stop Me Eating" was
So this is the
number
point.
one.
This is the point I have on this. So obviously, all of the songs that they've done so far has been, like you say, like I guess covers and just putting in sausage rolls somewhere on like a famous song, right? This is literally a song that came out about a month ago. It's a new song.
Yeah, their new single is called "Sausage Rolls for Everyone."
It's a spin on a new song
Yeah,
that has literally been out like not long at all. Like,
yeah, like
is that any
2 weeks
goods?
maybe.
Is that any good?
No, but it's for charity, so they get number one. This is the thing, right? So it says that they would then break chart history by having 4 consecutive years
that's
of
madness.
Christmas number ones. But I don't think
Madness.
it counts if it's for charity because, like,
Go on,
you know what I
please,
mean? Like,
explain.
Do They Know It's Christmas Time isn't the best Christmas song ever, but it is like the best selling one because it's for charity, right?
Yeah, if you just that's it. If you whack on that, it's
Like,
a little
we're
bit of a
not
different.
allowed to hate Lad Baby because of charity, but
Exactly.
I still hate Lad Baby. I hate that I have to say Lad Baby. I hate that I have to hear about Lad
We're
Baby. And the
talking
thing is,
about
because
Lad
I don't
Baby.
hear about Lad Baby all year,
Yeah.
then it comes to Christmas, and I have that
You think
moment in
he's gone.
November where I'm like, in a week, I'm going to find out whether that's still a going concern, and it always is.
Could I suggest something? Maybe this is it for charity. Brilliant. How about if we all just agree, just to give a load of money to the Trussell Trust, who this obviously all the proceeds go to. How about we just give them money? How about we just donate and we can
Instead of buying the song.
like,
just
so
donate.
we're helping the charity. Brilliant. They're doing amazing work, but we don't have to listen to this. That's my thinking. But I guess who else would be number one, Jake? Who else would be Christmas number one?
Anyone, who cares? Also, the weird thing about Lad Baby is like it's a man and a woman, right? Like there's no,
Yeah,
there's not a
they're
lad
married
or a
couple.
baby.
No, is there a baby involved
I
at
don't
all?
think so.
They might have a child. I don't know.
Or did he start it when he was a baby?
It feels like it. Yes,
It does.
It's been going on for that long. I love that. It looks like there's the video announcing it, and you've just got Ed Sheeran on the side, looking like, "What am I doing? What am I doing
Yeah,
here?"
like honestly.
He's like, "Why am I doing this?"
Oh my God! Sorry, can I just say, the reason for the name is while his wife was pregnant with their first son, Mark created a blog named Lad Baby (brackets) reflecting the fact that he was a lad and he was having a baby. Nice.
Kind of how Dork came about.
Yeah, because
we were dorks and named it that. There you
in
go.
June 2017, he went viral when he bought a toolbox from a hardware store to serve as a lunchbox for his son. It really is
That
like
is mad, isn't it?
ridiculous. Lad Baby is also known for the catchphrase "Yes, mate." This is a joke, surely, right? It should not be this easy to get famous.
Catchphrase is yes, mate. Stop
What's your
it.
catchphrase? Oh, just yes, mate. Jesus.
Nonsense. Actually nonsense.
You gotta respect the grift. Like, how? How is
I
this?
really sorry. It's really got me.
Well,
It's catchphrase
Let's
is
say
yes,
a
mate.
big yes, mate, to playing another song that isn't this.
Yeah.
Let's play Elton John's Step Into Christmas.
Yeah.
When we return, we'll be speaking to Gracey and scrubbing the remains of Lad Baby from our poisoned minds.
Please.
We're back.
We are back. We're back. The news is done. That's the past. Do you know what the present and the future is?
Is this like a Christmas Carol thing?
Maybe.
Have you got Ebenezer Scrooge as our special guest?
That's better than Ebenezer Scrooge. So,
Wow.
And I'm sure more joyful to have around than Ebenezer Scrooge when we think of the story.
Well,
It's
by the
always
end
glory.
of it, he's happy. But anyway, yes, we have Gracey instead of Ebenezer Scrooge. Welcome.
Yes, welcome, Gracey. How are we doing?
Bar humbug.
I knew the invites got mixed up. God. I hope Ebenezer Scrooge is happy to talk about all of Gracey's music. But we'll see from here. How are we doing, Gracey? How are things in the world?
Yeah, we're good. We're getting in the Christmas spirit. I have been listening to some Christmas tunes today, so I'm in good spirits. Good spirits.
Nice. Is there a time where you're like, right, you decide, right, the playlist is going on now? Has it come about naturally, or have you kind of been like, I have to do it now?
Yeah, usually I'm an advocate for earlier the better, and I absolutely hate when people say, "Oh, it's November." I'm just like, shut up. Absolutely not. So, this year, I'm fuming. I feel like I've not had a summer. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, wait, where did June go? Where was the sun? So I actually am Scrooge. So yeah, I'm changing my stage name to Ebenezer. Ebenezer Scrooge, and that's how I'm going to go forward for the
Coming soon. Coming soon,
yes.
yeah. You thought, you know what? It's been a
great
good run.
rebrand.
Yeah,
it's been a good run as Gracey, but I think it's time for change. Time for change. Angry change.
Imagine that explanation that you have to put out online. It's like, so,
like a notes apology, but for that.
It's like I feel really grumpy. So I've just decided, fucking.
Will you still be playing Gracey songs, or will you be doing a whole new catalogue based on the life of the Victorian, whatever he is? What is he?
He's like
Just a business bloke,
is he a
isn't he?
landlord? I don't know. One of them.
I just know he gets like haunted by ghosts and stuff, right?
Yeah, he's got Kermit doing something he doesn't want to do, hasn't he?
I don't.
Yeah, maybe it's a side project. You know, I feel like I've got a lot of explaining to do to my manager if just completely change my name and everything.
So you know what we've done? It's like, yes. Well, I've got an idea.
You can just send them this. And just be like, if you want to take a listen to the Down with Boring podcast, then get back to me afterwards because we can have some stuff to discuss.
Hey, look, a listener's a listen. We'll take it. Even if it is in a very serious business moment, that we're always there.
Exactly.
But how has 2021 treated you? It's been feels like a lot going on, lot happening. Getting out and playing shows, of course, as well. How's it kind of been for you as you look back now, as to kind of the year ends, if you will?
Yeah, this year, as I said, it feels like it's gone so quick. I do think having the first 4 months in lockdown definitely didn't help with the time scale of things.
Through things a bit.
Yeah, I definitely did, but I do feel like this year's been so there's been some crazy highs, there's been some pretty bad lows, just throughout, just life. Went for a breakup. It's been tricky, but
it's gone. It's happened. It's happened.
It's happened. We've gone through ups and downs, but there's definitely been some mad highs. The whole starting to do live shows for the first time ever has just been absolutely mental. I just think I was like, how was I at the Brit Awards nominated for a Brit Award? I was like, wait, how did that happen from nothing last year to and here she is next to Harry Styles. Oh, okay.
Here she is. It's like,
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing?
All right, okay. Bit weird for a little
Bit of an odd one.
pandemic pop star. Yeah, a bit of a weird
Sensational.
one, but I'll take it for sure.
I'll tell you, how was the Brits? How was the experience?
Because famously, we don't get invited.
We because we don't release music yet, I suppose, Jake. So let's
Ebenezer
see.
project coming soon. So
That's true.
it's
you
a
actually kind of
Collective.
Yeah, you kind of hinted, but I thought I'd wait for you to ask us to be a part of it. So I'm glad that we're there now.
Totally. Yeah,
I have no musical
fun.
talent, and
Yeah.
neither does Jamie. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
It's all subjective. It's also,
I don't know. You haven't heard us sing.
I'm dead.
Oh god!
Man.
But the Brits was a wild one. How did you navigate the evening? How was it all?
It was totally wild because I think I've always looked at the Brits as every artist has as like such a big deal, and yeah, when I found out I got nominated, I cried for approximately 3 weeks, and then going was I just felt like everyone else was handling it very calmly, and I felt like me and 220 Kid were just like, maybe he was actually handling it pretty well too. I was acting like a child. Like I was actually, because first it was the first event, like it was the first event out of like lockdown. Like it was a tester event in May.
Yes.
And so it was essentially like no one was allowed on the floor. You could only go with one person. So I went with my manager, of course. But it was like everyone. It felt like you're a zoo animal because you had like a big crowd above you just staring at you, and I just felt like everyone was watching me do everything. Obviously they weren't. They were looking at like Dua Lipa and like.
You're there like someone's looking at me. Someone's looking at me. Someone's looking at me. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
You just feel like there's someone looking at you the whole time because like there's not, you just everyone's facing in and you're just like one of like 24 tables on the floor. So I was like, okay, I'm very aware that I'm being watched, but I'm also very overexcited. So like I just felt I was embarrassing myself the entire time. But I got to the point where I was like, I don't care. Everyone that walked past
the Brits is fully like, that's fine. You're meant to be excited about that. Come on. Like,
yeah, we'll give you that. We'll give you that. We'll give
I don't
you
think
that.
anyone is going to be there like, God, what is she so excited about?
Yeah, no, but there's part of me that wishes I was that person that could be like, yeah, this is normal, like, yeah, cool, like, never do. Like that's the kind of like Grace I want to be. Like that's the kind of like, oh yeah, cool, go. And in my head, that's what I'm doing. And I look back at videos, and I'm literally doing the robot, like, hey, like, oh my god, that girl, get her off. You know what? Cancel the nomination. She's not nominated.
What, just as you're getting there, just as you're getting to the red carpet, they're like,
oh, no, the red carpet was awful. I mean, that was my first ever like red carpet with interviews and stuff.
Tremendous.
And like on it, I announced on a live stream that I panicked, said I was wearing a thong. So that was awkward. I was like, oh, the wind's
started well. Yeah.
So that was a strong start to the evening, and from that moment, it just down the hill. But no, it was really fun. I'm excited for. I think it's coming up again soon. It hasn't even been a year, and it's back, and I'm just like, how is it back again?
Still getting over the experience that was.
Genuinely, yeah. So I feel like I'm excited for it again because I feel like this year I'll be a bit less like flustered, but yeah, it's gonna be whatever.
You'll be the cool person now. You'll be the like, I've got this. It's fine. It's fine.
Totally.
It's fine.
Yeah,
you'll know that the live stream is there, and you'll know not to say anything.
I don't think I'll be allowed anywhere near a red carpet again. Ever,
there's another entrance over here just for you. It's quicker.
Totally.
Yeah, it's quicker. Yeah. As you're going through the back.
Team.
Yeah.
Just like, you know what? She's better not doing it. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good. Yeah,
strong.
Good vibes. Strong. Yeah.
And that was, like you said, like obviously, like right, almost at the start as things were opening up again, and then you had the summer, of course, as well. Obviously, like playing shows and playing festivals and stuff. Like, what was it? As you were saying, it was kind of like the first live shows, if you will. Like, was that quite a daunting experience to get that together? And like, I guess as a result, like, was it like a brilliant to see? I guess the reaction as well.
Oh yeah, totally. I feel like I've been waiting to do shows for not just like my entire like artist career, because like I started really like just before the pandemic hit, so I didn't really get to any shows anyway. So I'd been like kind of waiting and like kind of had this plan in my head for what I was going to do. So I kind of felt like I didn't have time to be a beginner. And I was just like, I kind of like trained in my head like I'm quite an anxious person anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this thing that I read, which was like, all your nerves is actually the same, like, I don't know, like the same feeling as excitement. So I was just like, you know what? I'm excited. I've been waiting for this.
Yes.
There's no time to be nervous about this because I know I want to do it. I've been waiting for 2 years. So let's just have fun. Like, if it goes wrong, everyone will understand because, everyone's new to being outside again. So,
the perfect time to like
Yeah.
drop on in, just like, look, guys, we've all been inside. Like, can we just get over ourselves?
Totally. So I just genuinely, I think it changed it for me because I just went out and I had a lot of fun, and I was just like, I'm just going to enjoy it while it's here and while we can still do this, because
Yes.
who knows with lockdown. Like, it made me very grateful for sure.
Nice. And was there like a particular highlight you think of the I guess the summer and the year in terms of like playing live? Was there like a moment? Was it like, I mean, was it you played like a headline show in London? Was it not too long ago? Like, I guess like what was there like a particular highlight for you?
Yeah, totally. I think my headline show, I don't think I ever expected it to be that special, like as it was, because I'd played festivals and like for instance, like I did Reading, and I just burst into tears as I walked up to the tent because I told my band on the way there, I was like second on the dance stage in the day, so I was on at 1 p.m. I was
strong opening.
Who's coming to the dance tent at 1 p.m. And I was like, who's gonna go? And like, no, I have this feel, this imposter syndrome that like no one knows my music. And then it was like crazy because I walked up to stage and went on the stage, and I was like, there were like 8,000 people there, and I just couldn't fathom it in my head. I couldn't and I was just like, okay, right, let's party then, like, let's have a good old time.
Gonna have to do this now, I suppose.
And it was genuinely no gas, one of the best moments of my life. It was insane. It was mental, but I think from that I was like, I think everyone knows like Don't Need Love and like that, but at your own headline show, like everyone knows everything, and it's just like it. All of my songs mean a lot to me, and I Don't Need Love does as well. But I think a lot of the songs that I'd written that year, like I have a song called What a Waste, which was written about like just after my breakup, and it's very personal, this new EP. Like having a room full of, like, it was at Islington Academy, having a room full of like 600 people scream the lyrics that you have written. It's just it's a crazy feeling that I'd never experienced, and like it just I don't know, it's just a mad one. It's really hard to even explain like, how
just
that
like,
felt.
It was mad.
It was mad, capital letters, full stop. It was crazy. I loved every second of it. I can't wait to do more. Like,
it happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because obviously you're putting out kind of like music in like end of last year, and kind of like stuff was coming out, and kind of like bits were happening. And then, but like, what do you think is do you think this kind of like playing live and seeing that reaction, it has like completely changed kind of like the way that you go about like making music, or like what will be coming up, I guess? Like, do you think that's been the biggest impact this year for you?
That's 10 out of 10 question, because I always say this. I think like since starting live shows, I always thought, I'm like writing, everyone's always writing an album. Everyone's always in the back of their mind, writing a body of work. But I was like, I can't, how am I out here trying to write an album when I don't know who I'm writing to? Like I haven't met the people that, after that first show, when I got to hang out with people and actually like, I don't know, just like see what connected with people, see what people vibed with. I think it made it a lot clearer for me to kind of go and be like, okay, this is how I want my music to feel. So it's definitely impacted, like in the last couple of months. Like I've been writing a lot for next year, and it's definitely impacted it, like that kind of live aspect for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I guess like looking into next year as well, you must be like, right, you got the motivation. Not that you didn't have it before, but I guess there's even more so now that you've seen kind of like that reaction as well going into next year. Like what are you kind of almost like looking forward to, I guess, the most into next year?
Definitely. I've never been on a tour, so touring for sure is. I'm just can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be like, when you go away with like a school trip. It's gonna be like that.
It's a similar vibe, I'm sure. Yeah.
When you go on a school trip and go to loads of different towns over like 4 weeks and sleep in the coach
and sing every night. Actually not. No, I've been on some school trips like that. I mean, maybe not.
Definitely trying to relate it to my school life.
Similar, right? Similar.
Right, that's so right. I just feel, and like I love my band. Like I have an incredible band, like an all-female band as well. So it's just like girls' holiday. It's amazing. It's
sensational.
Sick.
That's it. It's just the holiday, man. And then just every single day, you're like, okay, we do actually have to do a show. But the rest of it,
it's
fine.
fun. It's just like I do that for every day of my life for fun. Like it's just jokes. It's so good.
Sensational.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a big 2022. But before the end of the year, you've dropped a little Christmas cover. Really getting into the festive vibes. How did that come about? 2,000 miles. Like, were you just like, do you know what? Let's go for chart glory. The Christmas songs are always the winner. To be fair, it's the one to go for. How did it all come about? I guess.
Yeah, I'm coming for you, Ed Sheeran and
Ed Sheeran, Elton John. Who are they? Who are they?
Quaking and shaking in the boots because Gracey's shot the shot. I think 2000. I did a cover of it last year, like towards the end of the holidays, and 2,000 miles is it's kind of a really underrated one, I think, in my opinion. Like it's a family favorite. It's my dad's favorite, so I've always loved it. It's always been like in my top 5 easily. And then basically I did like all vocal kind of cover of it. Last year, just on Instagram, when I was bored and had nothing to do during the 90-year pandemic.
Yes, of course.
When I was hanging out, there's only so many mince pies you can make. So I kind of just did that, and then I always like in the back of my mind was like, I'm going to do this properly next year. And then I just cannot believe how impressed I am with myself for actually organising my things and doing it. So,
I actually did it. Put it out.
Did it. I was so impressed, and it was really fun as well because I got to like go in on the production of it and just like the whole product. I wanted the whole thing to be around surrounding the voice. Like I'm a massive fan of like in all of my songs I use like vocoder and like loads of I'm big on like vocal production. So I wanted to kind of just strip it back to the bare minimum. So the whole track is just made out of like loads of different vocal tracks, and then there's like one synth and one bass that comes in like twice, but all of it's basically just the voice. So
nice.
I used to think this song was about an alien. When I was a kid, I thought this song was about an alien. Yeah, because like I had no idea of how like 2,000 miles is a distance, so I was like, must be space. There you go.
You just thought that that feels about right.
I was a child.
That's Miles, right?
Come on.
Hold on.
I'll give it to you.
Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna have to work this out. How far is space from?
How far is
maybe 2,000 miles up.
It might.
be
I mean,
right.
it might. Now that I'm thinking about it,
It can't be the moon. It can't be the moon.
hold on.
Nah,
It is apparently.
it's definitely not the moon.
Well. Apparently. Basically, there's not really an answer. Scientists have said it's anywhere between 18.5 miles and a million. So
great.
Just haven't
Could be
worked it out,
space.
have they?
Could be aliens. And it's very far, right?
Yeah. 18. It's 2,000. I guess it's not then. It's just not space.
Oh, come on.
That's all right. It could have an alien. Who knows?
Let's have a listen to this definite Christmas song. Debatable if it's about aliens and space.
Alien Christmas.
I know Space Christmas. Yeah, totally.
Famously. Let's
Thank
have a
you.
listen. This is 2,000 Miles by Gracey.
It's very far. The snow's falling down. It's colder day by day. I miss you. The children were singing. He'll be back at Christmas time.
And there it was.
Space
There
Christmas.
it was. Tune. Big tune. Lovely.
Yay,
Very Christmassy.
We love space.
We love
Yay, thank
space.
you.
Yeah, if there's one thing you take away from this Christmas cover, space.
What's more Christmassy than
totally.
space? You know, all the stars, they're like little tinsel
True.
bits, I guess.
Absolutely.
Santa flies around.
It's all
Santa
one
could go to
big
space if he wanted.
It's a UFO conspiracy theory now. It's a change of podcast theme.
Yeah, we've taken a real left turn that the stars are tinsel in some form.
So is Santa an alien or what?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if this gets cut from the actual show, because if so, then someone's had a word. We've stumbled across something quite horrid. Speaking of stumbling across something quite horrid, we've come down.
Good stuff. Nice one.
Thank you very much. Honestly, Gracey, there's been a lot worse. So
No, there
I
hasn't.
appreciate it.
It's now time every single week with our special guest we play a bit of a game, and this week to mark 2,000 miles we thought let's get the lowdown on something. So the game is called I would walk 2,000 miles open bracket maybe close bracket. Effortless. Jake, would you like to explain?
I would love to, Jamie.
Yes.
So long-term listeners of the show have often accused us of doing the same game each week with a different name, and that's true.
Very true.
That is true.
That
But
is true.
this
Brilliant.
one we do less, I think, is slightly different. But basically, that we think the best way to get to know you, Gracey, is to see how far you'd walk to see, do, or be involved in something. So what we're going to do is give you
Amazing.
2 things to choose from, and you have to pick which one of them you would be happier to walk 2,000 miles for, potentially into space.
Perfect.
We don't know.
Oh, definitely into space.
Definitely just make same as me. Of
Okay.
course, because that's how far it is.
Oh,
Sensational.
yeah.
Jamie, do you want to kick us off with
Yes.
a moral dilemma, a choice?
Yeah, of course. So Grace, you want to know out of these 2 options, what would you walk 2,000 miles for? Would it be to chat to David Attenborough or to chat to Tom Hanks, two legends of the game?
Totally. You know what? I love Tom Hanks, but it's an easy one. It's got to be Attenborough, 100%. Come on.
Why Attenborough over Hanks? Hanks has got a sensational body of work on film and
Oh,
TV.
for sure. And we appreciate and we love his work, but I
Yes.
must say, David Attenborough is like I would have him at my dinner party. I'd have him at. So I just want to pick his brain. Do you know what I mean? I want
Just see what's up there.
to see what's going on. Just let tell me some stories. But like speak me off to sleep. If that's not weird, is that weird? That's quite
Or
weird.
just read
isn't
a
it?
story. Read a
Read me a
story.
story. I'll be quite tired by the time I get there. I'll be like, you know what? We'll pick this up in the morning. Just chat shit, and I'll go to sleep.
just he has to just stay awake at all times. Just like, all right, do you want to talk now? You're there. It's like, come
Yeah,
on, let's talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, he's a national hero, isn't he? So
He is.
yeah,
He
it's
is.
got to be Attenborough.
Do you think he ever gets bored of talking about animals? Because I bet that's all anyone wants to talk about with him. Do you think he ever likes like I just want to chat about like cars or like golf or something?
What else are you into? Yeah.
Yeah, like he's
What do you
probably
like?
got other hobbies, right?
What did you think of Squid Game, Attenborough?
Yeah,
As
exactly.
David Attenborough sees
Sir
Squid
David,
Games.
What do you think of Squid Game?
That's what I'd ask him. I go, well, what do you think of Squid Game? What do you think?
He'd be like, squids? He'd be like, no. Squid Game.
Oh my god.
Squid
Not
Game.
squids.
Not
David,
squids.
Not squids. And he's just on a rant. He's like, wow, squids? Oh,
Yeah, he was
mate,
like, whoa,
not
mate, different thing, mate. The whole goal, get him to watch Squid Game.
100%.
A very fair reasoning for David
Very fair,
Attenborough.
very topical. Very topical. Yeah.
Very.
100%.
Jake,
Yes. Would you rather walk 2,000 miles to go to a bowling alley or a mini golf course?
Oh my god, this is easy. Like 100% bowling. Mini golf is so dead. I don't get it. I don't get why people think it's so fun. I actually could go on a rant about this because we've
we've something's happened here. Please explain.
Listen. Why? Firstly, first date place. Could you imagine anywhere worse? I'm trying to hold my bev. I'm trying to go around with my drink, trying to get to know someone. I can't chat because they're playing the game or I'm not playing the game. And then it's like, okay, where do I put my drink? Someone's on the floor. I'm too aggressive, apparently. I've been told I'm too aggressive.
Apparently.
I've been told.
I've been told. So I'm never getting it in. I'm always losing, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Actually, it angers me. So yeah. Sorry.
A very clear winner.
Yeah, very clear winner. But and I'm rubbish at that too. So it's fine. It's not. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's all right.
But out of the two, it's lesser. I guess lesser of the two evils.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just because I've had horrible, angry experiences with being so bad at mini golf that I'm just like, I hate it. But
is it in case you get frustrated halfway through and then you realise you've still got to finish the whole course?
Yeah,
is that it?
And you know what? I think it's because I grew up with two older brothers who are very, very competitive, and I'm just naturally really bad at things. And they're just really good at things. So I'm just if we ever played mini golf as a family, I just know I'd lose, and I'd just be, I don't want to play. I don't want to play this game.
I'm gonna level with you. I think I'd rather have a Brit nomination than be good at mini golf.
It's true,
as far as things go.
There it is. There it is. It's
There you go.
That's it. Yeah, at Christmas, if they bring up anything well, you're not really good at mini golf, and it's like, well,
oh my god,
you're not very good at Brit Award nominations.
Yeah, well, my brothers are very successful in their own right, so I'm just a little dyslexic singer that just was like, I want to sing. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm good at. So yeah,
just lay out the nomination. Come on now, come on.
Yeah, but then they'll bring up but he won, Grace. You're ruined.
No.
Harry Styles. No, he deserved
Harry
it.
who?
Harry.
A very, very, very clear bowling alley winner there. Very much
for
so.
sure.
The next one. Would you book 2,000 miles for a 6-course meal or a cocktail bar? Are you a particular foodie? Would be the I guess the look into this.
I think actually I'm gonna go cocktail bar because I'm big on. I'm a bit fussy, if I'm honest with you boys. I'm a little bit fussy, and I think it will go to waste. I'm happy with the Nando's. I don't need.
Hey, you got a 6-course Nando's. They do those little custard tarts.
What's a 6-course Nando's?
Yeah, you probably could if you
could
ordered
have
everything.
one on each spice level.
Totally. Yeah. What, wing roulette? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a natural fit for the 6-course meal, but I think you can make it work.
You can make it work. Okay. Okay.
If someone said to you, "I'm taking you for a 6-course meal," and you roll up to Nando's, I mean, I'd be very, very happy with that. But yeah, I think most people would be like,
Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
I think I'd probably go for cocktails because then I could, and also it sounds like a good night out, doesn't it? So yeah, it's good.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Do you have a favourite cocktail?
I am quite partial to a porn star martini for sure.
Strong.
Yeah, it does the job. And I do think after a while though with cocktails, when your teeth go a bit fluffy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it can get a bit much, can't it?
I have to at one point transfer over to a G&T, but until that point, it's great. It's good.
A clear winner for the cocktail bar.
Clear winners all the time, yeah.
All the time. Jake, what else have you got?
Yeah, I can't believe I've been lumbered with this one. Would you rather walk 2,000 miles to see a cat juggling hamsters or a hamster juggling cats?
Ooh, what a great question. One I have
Thank
done
you.
for.
Thank you.
That classic gem.
Yeah, it's the one you hear in every job interview, but we thought we'd ask.
Yeah. We have to.
The standard one too.
Yeah.
I would probably go for the first one, the cat juggling a hamster. hamsters, just because it to me it makes more sense. Hamsters are smaller, cats are a bit bigger, and I think in any other situation it just doesn't make sense, and I won't believe it. I think second one's a scam. So yeah.
It's an
So I'd
illusion.
rather not be scammed. If you're asking me
trick.
would I like to get scammed, the answer's no. So first one.
And that is a scam. Hamster juggling cats.
but the first one makes a lot of sense. So yeah, obviously that's not a scam, but second's a scam. Easy.
Just
easy.
Out of pure just believability, you've gone
totally,
for the first one.
Totally, yeah.
Well, you've rumbled us. You saw through our ruse there, and you have avoided being scammed.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what the show is now. Basically, every week we're just seeing if we can scam anyone.
It's essentially Watchdog now at this point. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well for us so far. We're still here.
No.
My God. Another one for you. Would you walk 2,000 miles for a river made up of Fanta or a lake made up of Coca-Cola? Are you a fizzy drink fan, first of all? Because if you're not, awkward.
Yeah, no, I see that. I see how that could be awkward for sure. I like a fizzy drink. I don't really drink them that much because I don't know. Just I never crave a fizzy drink, but if one is in my hand, I'm enjoying it.
Yes.
I think I'd go for and I've watched I've watched the Bear Grylls. I know that a running stream is safer to drink than a stagnant lake.
That is true.
Obviously,
That is so true.
don't be silly, guys. I'm obviously going for Fanta.
Although you've got to remember that holds true for water, but I don't think anything can live in Coca-Cola, so it's probably not got any bacteria in it. It's kind of sterile on its own merits.
Totally. Yeah, don't think people use Coke to clean the sink and stuff.
Yeah,
It's a
that is going to be
multi-purpose.
the
It's
cleanest
multi-purpose.
lake you have ever seen.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'd maybe go for the purely because of the stream thing. I'm going for Fanta, but I do love a cheeky Diet Coke here and there. I do.
This is full
Diet
fat,
Coke
I'm
if you're
afraid.
listening.
A full fat lake.
Yeah. Brand deals are available now.
Brand deals are available now.
Yeah.
Dive on in.
One-
this
one
is the
day
glowing
this will work.
recommendation.
Dive on in.
Dive on in.
Yeah.
Oh God! I can't believe Bear Grylls came up in your reasoning. To be honest,
Oh, totally. Guys, I'm not getting scammed.
Shout out to a real one.
That's the takeaway from this. Gracey is she's a watchdog. She's a scam watchdog.
knows her way. Knows a scam when she sees one. And gets around it. Sensational. Jake, what else have we got?
Yeah, no scams in this one. Only high quality educational establishments. Would you rather walk 2,000 miles for a school where they teach you how to be a clown, or a school where they teach you how to be a living statue?
I love these. Great. Who's coming up with these? I'm obsessed.
Both of us.
Great work.
Thank you.
You know what? You deserve a little clap. That's very creative. Yeah, it's very creative.
Finally.
That's the first
Very
clap we've had.
creative.
We've done this show for a year and a half.
It's
Oh,
true.
you deserve one. Everyone at home is give them another clap. Good work. I would say that there's no point in me going to a school for clowns because I am one. Statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I'm told I'm a fidgeter, so I think it would do me good to to just learn how to be
Mindfulness.
still.
The original mindfulness.
Exactly.
The original mindfulness, what the living statue. The original
Western
Zen.
meditation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Those people that are really still on Oxford Street, they dress up and stuff. That'll be me.
Yep.
That'll be me. Yeah, it's actually a skill. I don't know how they do it, especially when it's really cold. I'd be
I don't know why.
Yeah,
they
he was
do it.
shaking. I
don't know how or
it's
why.
art, Jake.
Is it art?
It's art, Jake.
Is it?
Shout out to the living
That's why you
statues
need
listening.
to go to the school, because you need to understand, and there's many lectures to be learned.
I guess.
Yeah, maybe
Thing
we
is,
should
you
go,
can say
Jake.
whatever you want about living statues, because what are they going to do? Stand there
Of
angrily.
course. Yeah, that's true.
Very
That's true.
argumentative, but I do see your point.
I'm just saying. Okay.
I concede. Strong.
I concur.
Yeah, that's true. We've got two more. For you. So
Fabulous.
the first one is: would you walk 2,000 miles for a pot of gold or a pot of the best pasta you've ever tasted?
Ooh,
Choices.
I mean, I would like to be a relatable queen and say pasta because pasta's life, but like, come on, I'm gonna go for gold. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
come on.
Show me the money.
Yeah, I'm more of a pizza girl anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go for a pot of gold, please, and thank you.
These
Yeah.
questions are
Like it's-
hypothetical, I'm afraid. We don't have these.
Unfortunately,
Human, you're selling me a dream here.
we're waiting for the brand deals to come in, and
Yeah, I know, right? Well,
a pot of
I'm
gold
still
is fine.
trying
I
to
mean,
teach a
we
hamster
could do
to juggle
pasta.
cats, so...
Yeah. That's where we are at the end of this year, falling
human.
apart in rapid style. Good shout, pot of gold. And Jake,
Yes,
for
the
our
final one.
last look.
A bit of a callback to the first one, actually, in a sort of circular narrative. Would you rather walk 2,000 miles to hang out with Dolly Parton or the Queen?
ooh.
Two different
Easy.
worlds.
Nah, this one's easy. Dolly Parton, easy. Because don't get me wrong, like, yeah, Queen is pretty cool and stuff, but Dolly Parton is an absolute legend, and she's written some of the best songs in music. So get
This is
me
true.
to Dolly Parton right now. She is the queen in my eyes. So here we go. Let's
Yeah, but
tell me
like-
everything you know.
Imagine how easy it would be to impress the Queen. Like, you could just, like, explain an Oyster card to her, and she'd be baffled.
Oh my
Right.
god! No, I would not. I get the feeling that the Queen's not going to like me. I do not get the feeling she's like. Not like nothing against me or her. I just think we're different. I think I'd get in her vicinity and she'd tell me to leave. I think,
Just go.
as I said, I'm a fidgeter. I don't really get the curtsy thing. I don't really get it. So not to say I wouldn't like to meet her, because I definitely would. I'd love to.
Yeah.
See Liz up, up
Liz up close.
Liz up close. We'd have a chat, we'd have a little, chin wag, talk about things. But I do think Dolly Parton's more my kind of cup of tea. I think we get on well.
Sensational. What would you
That's
what would
fair.
you do? What would be your plan if you were hanging out with Dolly Parton? What would be if you were in charge of what you were going to do with Dolly Parton? What would you do?
Well, I know what we wouldn't do. We wouldn't go mini golfing.
Famously, famous.
Yeah, I would go bowling. You go bowling. Yeah. Totally, you go bowling. I'm not sure to that. I'd definitely try and just get her in the studio. I'd just be like, this is actually, you just so random, so kooky. We're in the studio. Like, do you want to just write a song? Like, just write it.
That's exactly what I would do with the Queen. Like, I would do the same thing with the Queen. Get Liz on there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Liz on the beat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Liz on the beat.
How do
Liz
you
on the
think? How do
beat.
you think the Queen reacted when they said they were naming the new tube line after her? I don't think she gave a shit.
I bet she probably didn't really. She was like, "What's a tube?" Like,
Yeah, you'd have to
know,
explain
I mean-
so much, wouldn't you? And then she'd be like, "So
Yeah.
what?"
She's a horse and carriage girly. Like, let's be real. So she probably doesn't. She probably won't be getting on the tube anytime soon. But if I see the Queen on the tube, I will change my answer in a flash. If I see her with a mask on the tube in a puffer coat, yeah, let's go. Puff
Liz,
jacket.
if you're listening,
Yeah,
Get on
it's
the
over to
tube.
you.
Oh, she's obviously listening, guys. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
well,
come on.
Regular
Yeah.
listener. Yeah, we get the
regular
messages.
listener. Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
We get the telegram. It comes over every week,
Yeah.
just going, "Oh, that was a bit shit. This one this week." You know, cheers.
Totally.
Cheers,
Yeah.
mate. Oh, tell me
No,
about it.
we love you, Liz. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, Liz, and on our thanks to the Queen for listening. Our thanks to Gracey for coming on. Our time, unfortunately, is to an end.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I've had a good time.
It's a shame. We've delved into many issues. I feel like we've tackled
Important
many important
issues.
topics. Very important issues. Very
Yeah.
important issues.
Totally.
It's a wonderful time. Well, of course, enjoy Christmas. What we'll do is we'll play. We're going to play "Sad Song" after this because it is sad that you are leaving.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. It's very sad for everyone.
It's sad for all involved.
Gracie, it's been a pleasure. We will catch you soon. But until then, this is "Sad Song."
Sometimes all I want is a sad song. That ain't what the radio playing. All I need is for someone tell me how I'm feeling. All I want is a sad song. Look outside the window, it's raining. All I need is for someone tell me how
the wonderful Gracey. Incredible scenes.
The best of us.
Really, really, genuinely the best of us, yes. By a country
Boosting
mile.
our self-esteem.
By a
wonderfully.
huge mile. Wonderful times.
You know, I often think to myself that this is a just world full of laws, checks, balances,
I don't know where this is going.
justice.
Yes.
But Gracey is less likely to get Christmas number one than a man whose catchphrase is "Yes, mate." So clearly, all is lost.
The world. Where
The
is
world
it?
is horror.
But, you know.
Tracks.
But tracks. Tracks, everyone. Range of bits knocking about, of course. New music never sleeps. But it definitely was snoozing this week. There's not that many tracks out.
No, it was tough finding any. So here we are.
I'm not
We've
saying
pulled them together.
Yeah, the year is winding out, but it is. But bunch of new stuff coming out. Bunch of stuff we wanted to chat about.
Did you know that "I Love Sausage Rolls" by Lad Baby was at number 10 in the US rock chart?
US.
The US rock chart.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It also hit number 100 in Australia.
This is it, right? An amazing cause. Good on them. But could we just not? Could we do without? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, just fuck off.
That money that you've paid for the song, give it to the Trussell Trust. Just do that.
I'll tell you what. Anyone who supports Lad Baby, next election, just don't vote Tory, and then we can go back to a world where we don't need food banks for people to survive in the 6th richest country in the entire world.
It's true. It's very, very true. Tracks. Jake, do you want to kick us off? What's been peppering your chips this week?
Well, sometimes when I am cold, I say to my hip and groovy hep cats,
Yeah.
"Hey, can I have a Blanketman?" And this track is by Blanketman.
Brilliant. Great introduction.
Thanks. It's called The Signal Man. It's a bit of an odd one, to be honest with you. They're sort of post-punky band, but more towards the sort of do nothing, yard act kind of spoken wordy stuff, and a bit of a sort of funny side to them. But
character. There's a little bit of character to this song.
This
isn't
is
it?
The Signal Man, and the track is apparently inspired by the 1976 BBC television adaptation of Charles Dickens' The Signal Man.
Of course, yes.
It's about a signal man.
So is it okay? So it's about Signal Man. Is it like for a second I thought it was about that guy on TikTok, the Francis geezer. You know the one.
Oh yeah, no, he's not a signal man.
He's not a signal man. He's just a train man.
Yeah, no, signal man's the one who does the signs with the flags and that. But now, I think like usually they just use lights.
Oh, so maybe the signal man is actually a kind of dying breed, if you will.
Maybe like like semaphore and stuff. Maybe they do it more on like aircraft carriers now.
Yeah, it's changing times maybe.
Adapting,
I'm
moving
glad
on.
we've talked about the potential longevity of the career of a signal man rather than this band. But I enjoy it. I enjoy this song. Like you say, it's kind of like this more like melodic. I like that little kind of like kick to it.
Yeah, it's good. And it's not a band I'd really heard of before, so it's always good to see
new music, mate. Here it is.
Yeah, especially, back with gigs again, like looking like could go again. So kind of good to see new stuff still happening when there's not those little support slots to maintain it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I am a fan. I am not a fan of the fact that they've released it ahead of a double A side 7-inch, which is out on the 11th of February. It's like, well, you've already released one half of that. So I don't know if you can tease the rest of it.
Hey, we've got some months to go. Never know how long that next track's going to be. Maybe 20 minutes long.
That's true. That's
Never
true.
know.
So yeah, this is the Blanketman just Blanketman with the Signal Man.
Hello, hello there. The signalman says, 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 what's your step? Open that line. I care about it so much more. I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my time.
there's a lot of the
Signalman?
signalmans, signalmen. All the single,
Signor.
all the
Signoro.
signalmen, all the signalmen, all the yeah.
Put your hands up. Do semaphore.
I've got a song for you now, Jake.
I've got a question for you, Jamie.
You've got a question? Hit me.
Yep. Would you push me in the nettles?
No,
Okay.
no, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because
Even if I wanted to.
well,
Even if it was a sex thing.
but definitely not then. Absolutely not. But thankfully,
So you're less likely to do it if it gives me pleasure than if it hurt me.
yeah. If you were like, "Oh, go on," I'd be like, "It's a bit weird, mate." I'm gonna do
Sounded
that.
like Sid from Working Men's Club then.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on then. Go on then. That's my slogan. I believe is the phrase.
Yes, that's famous Working Men's Club song
I've got a new one.
featuring Skepta.
I've got a new one. This one from Bandit, new band Bandit.
New Bandit, as if we've ever spoken about Bandit before.
We haven't. It's a new band, Bandit. It's actually, thankfully, as you were talking about, it's called "Would You Push Me in the Nettles." These guys have been like, I don't know, just kind of like, this is it. Now that gigs are back up and going again, kind of like one of those bands who've kind of been getting out there, playing a bunch of shows, doing a load of those like inner city shows, kind of like just getting the kind of like live dates in. You know, I can't remember who we were talking about the other week about someone who was just like, you know what, they're just a band who like needs to just get out and just play live and just do it.
Kings of Leon.
Yes, famously, yeah, because we haven't seen enough of them. But Bandit have been doing that, and I just really like it's very like rabble rousing indie. Get involved, kind of like big songs that they're putting out there, and this one's probably their best one so far. It's big fun, good vibes, and it's the sort of thing that you can just imagine, like, in a festival field, you've got a pint of Diet Coke in hand, and you're losing it, and it's kind of spilling down your arm, and you don't want to admit that you're spilling it down your arm, so you kind of like just leave it there as it kind of like trickles down, but you know that it's trickling down, and other people can see that it's spilling out the cup.
I tuned out of this so
Spilling-
long ago.
Spilling out the cup. That's what this song does. High intensity, big indie song, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what they do next year. Lovely little stuff, good stuff indeed. So let's have a listen to it, shall we? This is Bandit with "Would You Push Me in the Nettles."
If we go down to the woods today, am I in for something special? If we go down to the woods today, would you push me in the nettles? Head over heels, would you really try and trick me? In such a sway's been brainwashed into thinking love's like Disney. If we go down to the woods today, would you push me in the nettles?
Oof, that's a song.
I didn't hear any of what you said about it, but the song was pretty good.
Well, ultimately, that's the most important thing, to be honest with you. Zone out this, enjoy the music. So, wonderful stuff from Bandit. Lovely
Please
song.
don't stop the music.
As the song goes. Jake, have you got another little slice of new music knocking about?
It's Christmas, so I have a Christmas song. I'm not sure if this is an original or not. Is this an original?
I don't know. Hold on.
It feels original. Could not be. Entertain yourself while I find out.
This is, of course, a very professional show.
It's not an original.
It's not an original.
It's
It's
a
a cover. Okay, we'll give them that.
Surfbort.
Yes.
You know them.
Yes.
New York based. I really haven't prepared for this at all. I just like the song.
Yeah. New York based Surfbort. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
But spiritually, quite close to the Chats, Amel and the Sniffers, that sort of Aussie punk vibe, have released a cover of a song I'd never heard of before now called Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Nice.
Little Christmas song for us all.
Real spirit.
Grandma
of it. Yeah.
got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
kind of speaks for itself,
it
really,
really
doesn't it?
does. Yeah.
So Danny from the band has said, I think Christmas holidays are a sham and can be lonely and messed up, but we love our grandma and love seeing family on the holidays. Doesn't really explain why they want her to get hit by a reindeer.
Yeah, it's a nice story, and then you're like, still got run over though by a reindeer.
Yeah,
strong move.
Made a song about it. So
Yes.
I'm not in any songs. Would I get hit by a reindeer for the chance to be in a song? I think I would.
You would. I mean, we were talking last week with El Divine about reindeers coming through the window.
Yeah, this is one step up from that, isn't it?
This is the reindeer not coming through the window, but knocking down
Going through your
grandma?
chins.
Yeah. It's the big move. Yeah, really like Surfbort.
I think if you got the antlers out the way, a reindeer's probably all right to get hit by. They're pretty dainty.
How fast does a reindeer go? This is the thing. Like, what?
I don't know.
Like
probably
what,
pretty quick.
Is there a comparison of like? Would it be like getting hit by a car? Not that I've been hit by a car, so I can't really say.
I think it'd be worse because they've got tiny hooves, haven't they? So there'd be more piercing power. But if it was running at you and you curled up in a ball so the antlers didn't get you, you'd probably only get a glancing blow.
You kind of like bounce and spin. I think's the
exactly.
'cause that's what you're meant to do, isn't it? If you get hit by a car, it's spin,
bounce and spin,
spin,
bounce and spin.
Little advice, listeners: if you're ever just about to get hit by a car, remember us going.
Remember to bounce
and spin.
Stop, drop, and bounce and spin.
Bounce and spin. Similar thing if a reindeer is coming at you. Bounce and spin. And you should be fine.
This is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer by Surfbort.
And we just can't help but wonder, should we open up her gifts or send them back? Send them back! Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandma, we believe. Now the goose is on the table. And the pudding's made of fig. And the blue and silver candles.
Festive
Truly.
stuff. Wonderful
One
stuff
for the
from
family at Christmas
Surfbort.
time.
Oh, wonderful. Looking forward to them coming over to the UK soon. That'd be nice.
Soon.
Some
Any day now.
I've got one more for you, Jake. Got one
Good.
more.
Thank God.
This is from Mitski. Oh, sorry.
Mitski.
Mitski, who's dropped a new song, Heat Lightning. Not to be confused with Grease Lightning, which is another song.
Great.
Not the
Thanks
same.
for that, mate.
Gotcha. It's another, just a really lovely track from Mitski, who's getting ready, for a 6th album called Laurel Hell, which is arriving on February the 4th. Big fan. Obviously, Mitski is Mitski. I think everyone, is a fan by
You
now.
should open a winter sports resort called Mitskiing.
Mitski, if you're listening, we can set this up. We
You
can
could
do
open
it.
a German companionship company called Mit Me, which means with me in German.
Two choices there, Mitski, because
Yeah.
music clearly isn't being successful for you.
Oh, you can do it
Like, what?
alongside.
You can do- yeah,
Come
you
on,
know,
when you're
like-
off cycle,
Yeah. You can
Come
mix
on,
and match.
Jay-Z started that fucking, was it champagne company?
Yes.
And he earned millions.
Yes. Was
Dr. Dre does headphones, right?
Was that the one where he was like, he was putting on like those shows and parties, and he would be getting served his own like drink, and it'd be like, so you're paying yourself at this point.
That's true. Diminishing returns there.
That's where we're going. We're going to just start. We do this show.
I have been brewing my own gin in the toilet, so
I don't know if that's gin, mate. I think that's
it's summon.
it certainly fucking is. Back to Mitski. Really like this song. Very hypnotic, kind of like I don't know, quite like R&B sort of stylings. I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of Mitski in general. Like obviously everything that Mitski does is just like people are drawn to it. So really like it, this stuff, and it's like a good sign of what's to come from the new album.
More music, I'd imagine.
Here's hoping. It's this actually. It's an ode to insomnia and the
Oh,
sleeping eyelid of the sky.
Christ.
Wow.
It's a bit much for this time of year, isn't it?
It's a wonderful track. Good on Mitski. Love to hear that. Yeah, just still creating some amazing music. So let's have a listen.
And call me about those business opportunities, Mitski.
You know
We'll
where
get something
we
going.
are. Our number is not
One.
2.
Just one.
This is Heat Lightning.
There's nothing I can do, not much I can change. I give it up to us Heat lightning, watch it from my doorstep, sleeping
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, heat lightning, you're pushing on a corner. Heat lightning,
Heat lightning,
oh, heat
heat
lightning.
lightning.
Oh, what's a free? Kiss a free? Heat lightning, na, 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 na. That was Heat Lightning by Mitski.
Albums of the year, Jamie.
Yes, so
It's that time
yes,
when no one releases anything, and we look back at what they did release before and say, wasn't that nice?
yes. So obviously, as we're getting towards the end of the year, the albums have dried up a bit.
They've dried up like
not that
the
we've
milk from
mentioned it.
Jamie's teat.
Fucking hell.
It's a metaphor.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're really, really diving into the end of the year, aren't we? But yeah, because there's no albums knocking about, we thought this would be the perfect time to look back, reflect, grab
Any bands
you.
listening that want us to review an album, just release it this time next year.
It's true.
We'll be desperate.
To be honest, yeah, do it.
Did anything come out?
What, this week?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. I mean, probably should have done this before.
I mean, we did, but there was nothing of note.
Nothing
What's
seemed to grab our attention. I think we had. What's the date today? 17th, right?
Oh,
No, it's not.
No,
It's the 10th.
It is.
Exit Kid
We got,
put out an EP.
Alpha Booties put out science fiction double feature.
Ooh.
Big Boy and Sleepy Brown released the Big Sleepover.
Green Day put out the BBC sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig Dog released Homeless Theatre. Shout out Dig Dog.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, nothing about. But don't worry. We thought, yeah, perfect moment to look back on the year, to reflect, to grab a nice warm beverage and sit down and have a little look back on it all. So I thought, yeah, this would be great. You know, this is the fun times.
Whoa. We should be reviewing Mr. Bungle's Travis Dunn and Jarvis Earnshaw's Hypnagogia.
I genuinely thought when you said Travis Dunn that you were going to say Travis Barker, and I was like, of course, he's about.
The only man still. What about Rick Ross, Richer Than I Ever Been?
Oh,
Anyway, albums of the year.
yes.
We both picked 2 albums that we really liked this year. I think we talked about probably all of these on the show anyway.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
But just a little retrospective, thinking about what's happened.
Yeah, it's been a good year.
So
It's been a good year for
I'll go
albums.
first.
Yes.
Tyler, the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost is one of mine. Really, really enjoyed this. Didn't enjoy DJ Drama shouting over the top of it.
Not a fan of that.
But really just continues that sort of Flower Boy, Igor progression of his from like edgy rapper who says horrible words for attention to grown up. And the fact that in interviews he's even said, and in this album he says like, you know, he was growing up as a person,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I think this is really interesting in that like the Flower Boy and Igor were both clearly an evolution of him as an artist and as a person. And in this he's almost like reflecting on the evolution that has happened and is still happening.
Yeah, I think it's the thing.
Plus,
Yeah,
got bangers.
yeah. I tell you what, it's an album that is just like, it's just pure like pure fun. Like once you start listening to it, you're just like, absolutely. Like it's just from start to finish, you're hooked on it. And I think compared to some, you know, what you, like you say, like Igor, for example, before, which felt, I don't want to say like a grander, like concept wise, but it felt like there was a lot more, I don't know, thinking behind it maybe. And that's not to dismiss this, but it felt like there was more to dive into.
Felt more conceptual,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah, that's it.
This feels more personal.
Yeah, and it's
but
fun.
also like aesthetically, all the videos and the performances he's given have been incredible as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, just just top of his game. So that's one of my two.
Wonderful stuff.
And the second is, and I can't believe this even came out this year.
I can't believe it.
Shane's Drunk Tank Pink,
Of
which
course.
was released in 2021. Believe it or not.
Mad. Yeah, when it gets to this time of year, you're like, oh yeah. What came out in January? My God.
15th of January it came
15th
out.
of January.
But yeah, great album. We've spoken about it loads. Just they were away for a bit. Like, obviously they were touring, didn't release any music for a while. Everyone was, oh God, what's happening? And they came up with this. I think it's just an evolution and improvement on the first in so many ways.
Yeah.
And just sort of cements them as a band that's around like for a long time. You know, that first one was really good, but kind of reliant on the fact that it came out of nowhere, that it was ahead of like this big post-punk explosion. Like it was fresh and it was new. And then coming back into a genre that now is so crowded with bands doing so much of this stuff. And also they kind of are set apart a bit in that they come more from the Fat White Family side of things than the Idols side, which a lot of the newer bands come from. And there's less kind of anthemic sort of big sounding stuff and more like that kind of weird sort of playful side of stuff that's not like humorous, but like got a bit of sort of almost insincerity about some of it, you know. A bit of sort of like kind of humor in the lyrics and that. And yeah, that can be harder to translate, and I think they did really, really well on this album to balance that against like absolute bangers, and that just this coming out at a time when no one could play any shows.
Yes.
And like they did one distant show, then there was a full lockdown and that, and like it still hit really, really well and was really well received because they've kind of moved on from just being this incredible live band.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, like the first album was almost like I don't know, almost like capturing that live spirit that like I think everyone came to know Shame, because you know this is it when you know that with that first album it was like everyone was talking about you have to go see them live, and obviously it's phenomenal live and still phenomenal live. So it was almost like a way of capturing that kind of like on record and doing it in an effective way. Whereas this, they've just been allowed to be more creative, try different things out, and the result
But it feels
is an amazing
tighter
album.
as well because obviously it was all recorded for this album.
Yeah.
There was stuff on that first album that was recorded when they were 17 or
Yeah,
written
exactly.
when they were 17, you know?
Exactly.
So it just felt tighter.
Yeah.
It felt really good, like a nice evolution, but still really, really good fun. Like real nice like album artwork and sort of graphic design that tied it all together and still works really, really well live. Just like
Perfecto.
ticks all the boxes.
Perfecto. A gem.
So yeah, I'm going to play a track from that out of the two albums. So this is Born in Luton by Shame, who are not born in Luton.
Who are not born in Luton. Just want to clarify. Not born
None
in
of
Luton.
them. Not one.
Not one. We've checked.
We have.
went into it. We had to ask them a lot of questions here.
A deep dive.
Wonderful.
Well, just one question.
Which
Were
is
you born in
were you
Luton?
born in Luton? Wonderful stuff. Nice little couple of selections.
What about you, Jamie?
Yeah,
What have you got?
I've got a couple. I'm looking back on the year. It's been a really good year for albums, I reckon.
It's been a year.
It was a very good year, as they crooned once. Speaking of crooning, Sam Fender, 17 Going Under. Want us just spotlight that album because it's been pretty much what I've been listening to for the last couple of months since it came out.
Plus, banger.
Bangers. It felt like
Got to be one of the best of the year.
it's
Overall,
up
like-
there. This is it. People are rightfully, I guess, praising it across the board, and as it should. It's just such a, coming back with a new album after kind of the success of that debut. it would have been. It's a tricky kind of like balance, really. And I just really love the fact that with this album, he's kind of made such an introspective record that still deals with still has these phenomenal lyrics, which he's kind of like almost become known for now, especially more so with this album. But he's also, I don't know, just kind of like fully leaned in to all the aspects that worked on the first album, and he's just gone, right, I'm just going to push it even further this time. And what you get is just, an incredible record that is personal, but it's massive in the same sense. And all you have to do is see the shows that he's been playing recently, like playing Alexandra Palace, and he's got Wembley Arena coming up. Like, these are huge, he's on an absolute tear at the moment, and doing incredible stuff. And I think with this album, it just cements him in that spot of like probably one of the best songwriters since coming out of the UK right now.
Also, I rate the lack of compromise on this.
Yeah,
that first album was so good, and I think there were a lot of places that kind of get a bit snobby about this kind of music.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, he is really, really good, but people, there are places that don't cover it for whatever reason. And this album, he kind of doubled down on that. I mean, in the interviews, he was saying it's like being a working class musician, being working class, being from the north. Like he talks about that a lot, even though I think it would have maybe been more fashionable for him to sort of detach himself from it.
Yeah.
And it is great to see. And the fact that he's talking about how so many musicians are from privileged backgrounds, and like in his songs and in interviews and that, he's talking about his own background, being a working class guy, and like also saying like, why these people aren't like necessarily all left wing, and why they're always like taken for what they're not and stuff. And I think like the eloquence that he's talking about this with, considering he's only on his second album, coupled with how good the album is, I think just like knocks it out of the park. You know?
Yeah, it's an incredible combination. It's one of those things where it's like so relatable in every sense. Like, he's talking
in a genuine way.
Yeah, in very,
not in the
way.
kind of way that you'd be like, I relate so much with this Lana Del Rey song because it's summer and I've just broken up with someone.
Yes.
Like, genuinely relatable for a lot of people that I don't think have had music that is relatable for a hell of a long time.
Yeah, there is this like underlying almost darkness to kind of like everything he's talking about. He's talking about incredibly like, brutal situations that kind of like everyone goes through as well. And and to package that up in some way, and it's so euphoric at the same time, was amazing. And this album for me, just like, it just confirmed just how essential, I guess, Sam is. So a real standout there. 17 going under, Sam Fender.
Agreed.
But my other album is actually the
is Lad Baby.
Yeah, with Ed Sheeran, Elton John,
every fucker on the planet,
and everyone else about. It's actually Wolf Alice.
Of course, with the one and only
with Blue Weekend. Of course, it is the our Dorks album of the year as well.
It is.
It's
what a fun coincidence.
What a fun coincidence. Again, talking about like, I guess, I don't know, like pressure, I guess, of Wolf Alice, because like you say, obviously
coming down on you, coming down on me.
Hey.
There needs to be more of that in music, I would say.
Yeah.
Please carry on.
Yeah, yes. Let's. Wolf Alice, if you're listening, great album, but not as many whales. So thank you very much. Huge album. Like coming back after everything, the success, if you will, of Visions of a Life, Mercury Prize, everything that came with it, first festival headlining slots, a lot of kind of pressure of what this kind of album can be. And I always find like once you've had all that success, it's like, right, what do we do now? Like, do we try and just keep doing what has led us to have this success, or do we try and completely change it? And Wolf Alice have been this very special band from the beginning, and I felt like this album is their most like ambitious, like cinematic.
I think it just gets it all right. Doesn't it? It feels like they've kind of been circling around this for so long. I think with the band, they were one of those bands that they've been big for ages, and it was just waiting for that time when it all clicked into place. And I think it does here.
Yes, yeah, completely. And it's just so effortless in what they do, and it's like it never felt like, oh, let's see what they're doing here. Like coming back with a song like The Last Man on Earth, like it just a stunning track. Like it would have been very tempting, I guess, for them to be like, right, let's put out I don't know, like some sort of like very quick, sharp indie kind of like banger. But they're like, this is where we are. It really was like a mood, The whole album is a mood.
Yeah, 100%.
And it was just incredible to see. And then obviously going on to headline Latitude as well. Felt like, in a moment where, yes, we've had like the great return of live music this year. It's been amazing to see. But like that felt like a real release as well. It felt like the kind of like stars aligned in an amazing way. And I think for them, they're like, band of the year, easy, with the album of the year as well. Really
I
magic
think
one.
they've now reached a point with this album where like you get it with bands where they release an album big enough that if they like plateaued now, that would be fine. That's like a size that is almost self-sustaining. Not to say they won't get bigger.
Yeah.
But they are now at a point where like they kind of don't have to prove themselves anymore.
No, exactly. And they can go off and they can literally do whatever they want, as you see kind of like on this album. It's just a really, really, just an amazing record. And a massive fan. And once again, Wolf Alice just proving they're the best. So
They're the best around. No one's ever going to bring them down.
You're the best. I'm going to stop singing because we
please
can
do.
actually listen to Wolf Alice, which is definitely going to be miles better. Definitely one of my albums of the year, without a doubt. So let's have a listen. This is a track from the album. This is The Beach 2, which is the last track, which I really, really like. So we're going to listen to that because I've decided.
Good.
Here it is.
Play it. Shut up.
Time comes in as it must go out, consistent like a love do. Of the girls on the beach, my girls on the beach. Have you ever after? It's okay. Girls on the beach, my girls on the beach. Spinning stones, I don't care what flows when I look out beyond the water.
Wonderful stuff. An amazing year for albums.
Truly.
There's plenty.
Considering how it started,
Yes.
it's been an okay year in the end.
There's plenty that
And
we
now it's
haven't
getting
talked
worse
about.
again.
There's plenty we haven't talked about. You have Olivia,
No, that's it.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Dry Cleaning, honourable mention
Yes.
to Dry Cleaning. Really enjoyed that. Great debut.
I also enjoyed Girl in Red debut album. That was really
Yes,
great.
of course. Black Honey.
Yes.
Was that this year?
Yeah, was that this year?
I think that was this
It
year,
was.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's say it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, written and directed.
Great album.
Black Honey. Really, really enjoyed that. That was amazing. There's a bunch. There's too many.
There's a lot.
Too
There
many.
are a lot.
There's too many to mention. Arlo Parks.
There's
Arlo Parks.
There's a lot,
That was
and I
gone.
can't remember any of them.
Inhaler. That was good.
Yes.
Easy Life.
Yes.
There's a lot, basically. If you pick up the latest issue of Dork, you'll find our rundown of the top 50. That way, you won't have to listen to us just listing off albums. But yeah, an amazing year. What a year. Well done, Jake.
What?
Well done, you. That's just what I say.
Oh,
Well done to you,
Thank
mate,
you.
for the albums this year. Well
yeah,
done.
I did release a few,
Yeah.
I think. Did I?
Isn't this
Anyway.
an album?
I tell you what is an album.
Yeah.
A compilation of you saying tweets of the week. Take it away.
Tweet of the week.
Didn't really get the t's there.
But the dog whisperer.
God, remember that? That was a weird time. Right, I've got one for you from CMAT, friend of the show,
Friend of the
and
show.
all-round wonderful person.
Yes.
Creator of incredible content.
Forevermore.
So,
Yes.
throwback to when I used to work in Super Value Fingerless. At Christmas time, would bring home a couple of crates of Satsuma mandarins every week. I ate so many Satsumas per day that I ended up having to go to the doctor because the citrus turned my pee into acid. And she's then replied to that saying, tweeting this out as A, a warning, and B, a way to strike fear and shame into my own heart because I just ate 4 Satsumas in direct succession.
So I had a real flashback moment, basically, is what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. Why? I don't know. Satsumas of all the choices, which I don't.
They're a Christmas thing, aren't they?
Are
Satsuma
they?
in your
Is that
stocking.
a thing? Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. I can see that.
Plus, they taste great, so I can see how it would happen. And you're like,
Yeah.
but they're healthy. But then citrus acid pea.
I just think out of everything, if you're working obviously in a supermarket, out of everything, Satsumas is the choice around Christmas time.
Well, yeah, but maybe they were just the ones they were giving away, and it's like, well, I'll take the free stuff.
It's
Why
choice.
not?
So basically, don't eat too many of them in quick succession. That's the same for, I guess, many other.
All good things in moderation, as they say.
That's basically what's. It's nice to see Matt's taking the time to, just warn everyone. Big fan
And
of it.
herself, by the sounds of things.
After it's too late, by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
like eaten for, like, oh well, here we are.
oh, fuck now. Basically, don't devour it. I mean, I'm not really a Satsuma fan. I don't see the point of a Satsuma.
They're nice, but you don't like food, so
Food is not a luxury; it's a service. We devour.
And speaking of services,
the flower.
CMAT has provided the soundtrack to my ultimate dream every time I buy a new Western fit shirt.
Which
or
you do a
brown
lot.
Cowboy boots.
Just want to flag.
I do have a lot of those.
Does a
I do
lot.
have a lot.
It sounds
Yeah.
like this is a story. He actually does. He has a
Yeah.
lot of these looks.
I nearly bought some collar tips the other day.
What?
But yeah.
Why?
that's right. I was on wildwesternwear.co.uk.
No, get out. That's not.
Shout out.
That's not
Shout
a
out
store.
Wild Western Wear. Mate, actually, I looked this up because it's really funny, right? Where is it? They have a shop and it is in the roguest place. Farnborough. I don't even know where that is.
Shout out our listeners in Farnborough.
Yeah, like imagine living in like a small town. It's like, do they have a Nando's? No, they don't. They have an H&M.
No,
you have to go to the next
no,
town.
exactly.
What do they have? Oh, they got a Wild Western Wear in Northeast Hampshire.
Perfect.
State of that.
Amazing.
Anyway, shout out.
Yes.
Anyway, the soundtrack song I'm talking about is CMAT's I Want to Be a Cowboy, Baby.
I wanna be a cowboy, baby. I wanna be a cowboy, baby. Spin round all the playground. Oh, I wanna be a cowboy, baby. I wanna be a cowboy, baby, alone. I don't need you to walk me home. My style icon is the Wolverine. Between each finger lies the key to getting home without a buckaroo. And I see rodents at the foot of my bed in the morning light when the sun is red. And I don't know what that means, but it's coming true. Always the cowboy, never the cowboy.
Oh, incredible song. CMAT on our hype list 2022.
Of course. Well deserved.
Well, very well deserved. Looking forward to a big year. Debut album out early in the year. So looking forward to it. And obviously, hopefully by then, maybe we'll sell enough albums not to have to eat all of the Satsumas all at once. So
Fingers crossed. Hey,
we're trying.
I've got another tweet for you, Jamie. Are you ready for it?
Hit me.
This is a quote tweet, so I'm going to read out the original tweet first.
Okay.
So, on BBC Look North, Yard Act played recently.
Yes,
because
they,
they're on the Sound of 2022.
Yeah, while we're here, very quick shout out to Sound of 2022 acts that made it on. Some of our favourites knocking about. So yeah, congratulations. Just little shout out there.
Good stuff. Thanks,
it's
mate.
been nice,
So they've said BBC Look North, Yard Act are on there, and someone called Martin Sykes has replied, a long, dull piece about a wedding dress and 4 talentless teenagers calling themselves a quote-unquote band and shouting a tune with 3 notes and 2 chords. Do I really pay for this drivel via my TV licence? Not for much longer.
Not for much longer.
And Yard Act have quote tweeted that.
Yep.
And they've just put, now that I can't open it any minute now, give it a second. They've put teenagers, absolute fucking result. Raya's buzzing. So shout out Martin there.
Reaching new audiences, isn't it? I suppose. Like,
I rate that though, because I think like Yard Act have been in a few bands before, so are definitely not teenagers.
No, they're
and I think, as someone who's definitely not a teenager, if I read something that horrible about me and it called me a teenager, I too would be like,
do you know what?
Fucking get in.
Yeah, I'll have that. Result. Yeah, so Martin, I love that, calling themselves a band.
Yeah, it's like,
and
that's a funny one. It's like, well, what's the alternative?
Shouting a tune with 3 notes and 2 chords. Just so he gets specific in the criticism there.
Calling themselves a band as if like, well, what? They are a band, even if you think they're bad.
Yes. Also, Yard Act are not responsible for the rest of the show.
That's true.
A long
That
dull
is
piece
true.
about a wedding dress. I kind of want to see what this piece is now. It's like, what is the news story around the wedding dress? Lost? Maybe Yard Act can find
Mate,
out.
this person has some weird vendetta against people saying, you know.
What do you mean?
They keep tweeting, like, I wish the Labour spokesperson would stop saying, you know, 19 so far. We don't know, which is why we try to listen to her. Good stuff.
Do you think an invite to a Yard Act gig will be coming up soon for this man?
I hope so. I hope
Bring
they
him along.
get him on stage to read his tweet out.
What opening? The opening set.
Yeah, like when edgy bands get a poet on.
I was literally about to say when the Libertines bring out the show, they bring out just the criticism. One guy just being like, "Who the hell
One
are
guy
these?"
reading bad tweets in a funny voice.
Isn't that basically our show?
Pretty much, yeah. And I guess that shows it really is Dark Days by Yard Act.
Bought you enough time not to get shot. It's a never-ending cycle of abuse. I had the blues and I can't shake them loose. I had the blues and I can't shake them loose. It's a never-ending cycle of abuse. It's a never-ending cycle of abuse. I had the blues and I can't shake them loose. I had the blues and I can't shake them loose. It's a never-ending cycle of abuse.
And with that horrible segue, that's all we've got time for.
That is all we've got time for. What a week! Thanks for Gracey for
Come
coming
to
on.
the Dork gig tomorrow if there's any tickets left, which it's looking like there might not be.
Yeah.
And come to the Dork quiz on Sunday, which definitely will have tickets available.
There'll definitely be room. There is room there. Yeah, so
Always.
if you can't get in to see El Divide, don't worry, you can see us.
Yeah. Jamie, any predictions for the next week?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a busy week, isn't it? We've got two big Dork events happening, hopefully. So I reckon that I'm going to sell my rights to Dork to a consortium, much like when football teams are purchased by consortiums of like the wealthiest people in the world. So I reckon I'm just going to sell that off to someone, and I'm going to go and live on a boat for Christmas.
Nice.
I think that'd be quite nice. Though I don't. This is the thing with a boat. Can you get a shower on a boat?
Yes.
Great. Okay, I'm in. Yep. Boat it is. Boat it is.
Good stuff.
Jake, what about you? What do you think is going to happen?
I think a lot of people are going to be waiting for their family to arrive and making sure they've got the room to spare inside.
Yes.
And their grannies are going to tell them that the old songs are the best, and then they'll be up and rock and rolling with the rest. I could go on, but I won't.
I also thought that it could turn into, and then your grandma's going to go outside and then get hit by a reindeer.
Yeah, well, that too. That's always an issue. So
keep an eye out.
Make sure she stays put.
Make sure she stays
But that's
put.
it for another week. We'll be back with our festive special next week, and then we're off until the new year.
Yeah, no, it's all happening.
So, final tip for all of you: don't eat enough satsumas to turn your piss into acid.
And there we go.